Before I get started today, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. So this year marks the 30-year anniversary of New Jack City. 1991 must have been the year of hood movies between this and Boys in the Hood both being released in that year. I have to say, after watching Wesley Snipes be a bitch in Coming to America,
some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
It was nice to watch him in one of his better roles as Nino Brown. Nino Brown is the type of guy who will insult a mafia crime boss while eating a banana and making eye contact and somehow still looking cool. That shit's not easy to do. But I think Wesley Snipes, when he's in the right role, is an absolute scene stealer. He just has so much charisma, and it helps that his character Nino Brown just gives zero fucks.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
In the movie, he's out here doing wild shit. He's taken over entire apartment complexes just to sell drugs out of, and he's using little girls as human shields when he's getting shot at. He's a pretty cold-hearted bastard. Nino is also a very resourceful guy, but he has that Scarface complex where he wants a little too much, and he doesn't appreciate the loyal people that surround him, and that ultimately ends up being his downfall. I think New Jack City does a solid job of showing how drugs affect a city or community at every level. Everyone from the innocent bystanders to the drug dealers themselves. Chris Rock's Pookie character is a highlight of this movie for me because he actually gets a story arc.
I know I look like stir-fried shit. I know that. Man, don't hook me up with some food.
He goes from being a crackhead to being a clean informant for the police and then back again. His story really is a tragedy, but the whole sequence where he's detoxing and Scotty is by his side, you're really pulling for Pookie and you want him to turn his life around. That's why it makes it that much more tragic when it actually all falls apart. As for Ice-T's Scotty character, I find his acting to be a bit awkward at times during this movie.
Yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Maybe like he's trying too hard. This was one of his first movie roles, so I think I can give him a pass on that. But the delivery of some of his lines is kind of unintentionally hilarious.
I want to shoot you so bad. My dick's hard.
Not to mention his dynamic with Judd Nelson's character is pretty weird also. It's like they were trying to do this buddy cop dynamic, but they didn't give that relationship enough screen time to properly develop. Also, once Pookie is gone and Scotty takes it upon himself to go undercover into Nino's operation, I always felt like this portion of the movie was missing scenes for some reason, because everything happens in a very choppy way. Nino goes from not trusting Scotty at all to trusting him very quickly, which seems kind of out of character for Nino. It's almost like that relationship developed off screen somewhere. Of course, Nino's right-hand man, G-Money, is the one who makes this introduction between Scotty and Nino. So when things ultimately go to hell, he gets all the blame for it. This is where we get the Am I My Brother's Keeper scene on top of the roof, which I felt was really well acted by Wesley Snipes. With a tear in his eye, you feel his pain when he has to put G-Money down. It kind of reminds me of when Tony kills Manolo in Scarface. Even though these are bad people, it's a bit of a gut punch to see him have to kill someone who's so close to him. After they catch Nino, this is where we get an ugly look at the failure of the justice system. There should never be an instance where a guy this bad can get off just by pleading guilty to a lesser offense.
This thing is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business. This is the American way.
That's a ridiculous concept to me, but it's very real, at least at this time when this movie was made. Nino ultimately does get his comeuppance. It just comes in the form of an angry citizen who is tired of what Nino was doing to the community. Someone had to resort to vigilante justice to take this man down. I think New Jack City, like Boys in the Hood, acts as a PSA. In this case, it's how drugs and the drug business can tear a community apart and how those things affect everyone in that community. It features a charismatic antagonist. It features many quotable lines. There is some awkward dialogue and acting at times, but I love New Jack City. I watch it frequently, and that's why I'm going to give it the Please Palpatine. Good. So have you seen New Jack City? I'm sure you have. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.